Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV, where last time we attempted to, well, no, that's not true. We couldn't even really make an attempt on the castrum here. Before we can even make an attempt, the, attack on frickin', oh, where is it? What's it called again? Frickin', Rogger's Reach. There we go. Was attacked. A settlement there was. And, all the progress we made was just pretty much wiped clean, unfortunately. So now our thoughts are to divide the Empire's attention on two fronts. Here in Alamigo and elsewhere in Doma. So we're gonna... It seems like we're gonna be heading to Doma next to see how things are going there, which, you know what? Probably things are going just fine there, knowing this game. So, let's go and not be totally crushed by the possible situations that are going there. Hi, Vanilla, how are you doing? Alright, anyone have anything new to say? Lise? I can't deny a part of me wants to stay and fight, but I know I'd be more use to you and the others. Alphino? That which is beyond one alone may yet be within reach of the many. True. We've got a long road ahead of us, but it all begins with the first step. We'll stay in the reach that's not smart and rebuild. They know where you are. Move! We'll reinforce our defenses, and if they come again, we'll be written out. You will not! Why are people dumb? They're going fine there? I bet. LSA, quick arm materia? Nice. She's contemplating the logistics of a journey to the Far East. That's true, we do have to figure out a way of getting there. Sid? Maybe? Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life, there is cause to hope. Our grandfather believed that, and so do I. But before we can forge ties with our friends in the Far East, we must first find a way to reach them. Orthard is not exactly over the river and through the woods. I am one step ahead of you, dear sister, or rather, Tataru is. But before we discuss that, there is another issue I wish to address. Much as I would like it if we could all make this journey together, someone will need to remain to serve as liaison to the Alliance and the Resistance. During this critical period, moreover, as Istola cannot be left unattended. Then I should obviously remain. Very well. Issue addressed. Thanks, Kryle. You know, Alphino, it would have been quicker just to ask. And markedly less patronizing. Yeah, good going, Alphino. Yes, I suppose, would you be willing to look after Istola and provide support to, Arenvald? Arenvald and the others. Yes, Alphino, I would. You see? That wasn't so hard, was it? Enjoy your trip. And don't you dare return without a gift. Oh, I would not dream of it. Right then. Sister, Shent, Lise, gather your things. We are for Limbs and Laminsa. Oh, okay. That makes sense too. I don't know if we're gonna go by airship or ship. I feel like this is going to go even slower by ship though than if we went by airship. Alrighty. Wait, no, not Pilator. We're gonna return. God, it's been so long since I've been to Limsa. I guess while I'm here. Oh, I should check on the troops real quick. Sergeant, how are things going? Forget which of these is decent to grab. I guess I could do Black Market Crackdown. That might not be too bad. Throw you in instead. That's... I don't need that nearly as much. Yeah, I need to raise everyone's stats a bit. That or do something different. Do the recon. Oh. Hello. Kiri? I'm doing alright. How are you doing? I think I might just have everyone train a bit. I think they're still able to train a bit more. We'll go for more tactical. Yeah, I'll just do that. Everybody study up. That's a good question. I hope you're doing alright. Alright. Where are you, Alpha Gnome? Oh, okay, just north of here. Cool. You know, I'm sorry. Hopefully you'll be better, feel better, have a better day. I don't know. I don't know either. Tataru should be here at any moment with our ship's captain. Okay. So we're going by sea after all. Is Merwib lending us our pick of the Crimson Fleet? Not exactly. You're right, inasmuch as we will be traveling by sea. Regrettably, it is simply not feasible for an airship to travel such a distance without impossibly large fuel reserves, to say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's aerial defenses. I guess that's true. Same reason you don't take the Eagles to Mordor, you don't take an airship into Doma. Fine. How stuff be going since the Disparrow casual AWOL-like? I mean, not much has really changed for me anyway. About same old, same old. I have a new job that I work night shifts on. I don't know if If that had started yet. But yeah. But then it is equally infeasible to sail an Eorzean vessel, alliance vessel, halfway around the world without the Empire taking notice. Which leaves us with only one other option. Ah, speak of the devil. Yeah. Yeah, the warehouse one. I've more or less gotten kind of used to it now. Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present to you Captain Carvalian of the Kraken's Arms. Jeez. The music. The Kraken's Arms? Don't tell me you made a deal with pirates. Greetings and salutations, scions. I take it from your comrade's tone that you no longer wish to proceed with our proposed agreement? Not at all, Captain. Pray forgive my sister her outburst. She has ever been one to speak her mind. I, on the other hand, am the very soul of discretion, as many well-respected passengers would attest, or personages would attest, from the offices of the Admiral to the highest houses of Ishgard. But where was I? Oh yes, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn do indeed wish to employ your services. However, it is important that you are aware of certain extenuating circumstances. Rabble, 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 rabble. Congrats, Confetti. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yes, pirates as an ARG. And intent on securing passage to the Far East, you came to us knowing us to be the proud purveyors of said region's finest spices, which you steal from gods-fearing merchants out on the high seas. Whatever privateering the Kraken's Arms may or may not engage in is strictly within the limits of the law, as set forth by our indefatigable keeper of the peace. More to the point, we are pragmatists. I see considerable risk in aiding your cause and negligible profit. Oh. Well, I, for one, think the captain has a point. The five seas can be extremely treacherous, and many a poor unfortunate soul has come to grief over out there on the waves. Why, when we were in Ishgard, I heard the tragical tale of how the heir to House Sturmdare vanished at sea. Even now, nearly 20 years later, the poor Count remains convinced that his son still lives and would pay a sultan's ransom for news of his whereabouts. Freaking look at Tataru! Holy shit, Tataru! Truly a tragedy of the ages, and a testament to the misfortunes that may befall us should we act without due consideration. But so long as you are prepared to abide the capricious whims of fate, I am willing to oblige you this once. That said, in light of the recent rebellion, I trust you understand that I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I can take you only so far as Kugane and Hingashi. Yay names. You made another 10 OCs? Oh my gosh. And you're also same old, same old? Well, that's good, right? You make them like you breathe at this point? Well, I'm glad you're keeping up with it, honestly, I am. I'll have to see him at some point. Eventually, someday. It's concerning. Hey, people have to have a hobby, dang it, and this is part of yours. Plus, as long as you're having fun with it and you're not harming anyone, what does it matter? You know? We'll require time to procure sufficient provisions and make ready for departure. I humbly suggest you do the same. Thanks, Captain? They did say he was a captain, right? Tataru the wave. Bye-bye. God damn it, Tataru. The poor little boy had only seen 14 summers when I left Ishgard. Can you imagine what it must have felt like to finally be free to explore the world, unbeholden to all the stuffy traditions of the Holy See? Such a shame that he never returned home. Without him, the Count de Derendare must look elsewhere for a successor. And the good Lord... Oh my god, names! Yanequinard? We're going to go with that, because I doubt we're going to run into Yanequinard anytime soon. He's one step closer to being the next in line. Unless we are going to run into this Yanesquinard. I hope Yanesquinard is his name, because I'm surprised I'm able to even say that. The freaking names, especially in Ishgard, are the worst. What about one of them? Kiri? Please? I'm not sure what just happened. I could have sworn he was about to turn us away, but then he changed his mind? And I'm making whole new ones when I should be going off Yerolf blueprints. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Alize? Blackmail, is it? This is a dangerous game the two of them are playing. What guarantee do we have that Carvalane won't just throw us overboard? Suddenly, all those hours Tataru passed cavorting and capering at the Forgotten Heights seem rather better spent, do they not? That said, I had intended to press the point more obliquely, and there was something disconcerting about the pleasure Tataru took in making Captain Carvalane squirt. She's been slowly getting that way. I'm not gonna lie, Tataru's been one of the more interesting members of the Scions, and she's not even really been one of the, like, the more active, like, offensive members. Nothing better happened to Tataru, I swear. Alright, anything new? No. Okay, nothing new. Ooh, pants! I love pants. None of them are magic pants, so no. After I was thinking of ways you might pass the time. Let me see. A whole news going on with Europe. Hopefully. Yeah. I say, we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations, while they ready the vessel for departure. Tataru and I will procure the necessary supplies. Alize, I should be grateful if you would use the time to brief J on recent developments. You may also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in the event of an emergency at sea. Alize is 100% going to get seasick. How very prudent of you. Very well, I shall go and speak with him. What of Shent and Lees? I would like the two of them to return to Revenant's Toll and speak with our Doman allies. I fear we know too little of their homeland, and any information they can provide would be most welcome. When we have completed our respective tasks, we'll reconvene here at the ferry docks. Agreed? Sounds like a plan. Let's go, Shent. Alright, go. So we go for Revenant's Toll. Blah ha ha ha. You gonna disappear on me? Alright. Have a good one, Kiri. Bye. I appreciate you popping in. In fact, I'm gonna do a thing. Boom. I went ahead and followed you. Ah, can I? There we go. Boom. Alrighty. Alright. Lees. Well, here we are. We'll need to talk to lots of people, so I think we should split up. I'll ask around at the House of Splendors. You take the Rising Stones. I'll meet you here after. Got it? Got it, got it. Oh, May. You're truly planning on traveling to Doma? I don't know what to say. Forgive me. I shall aid you to the best of my abilities. Ours is a beautiful land nestled on the eastern coast of Orthod, along the banks of the One River. Our nation thrived, proud and free. And fee? They had many fees. No, proud and free until the Garleans came 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and to fish, but travel was soon restricted and now the river belongs to none. If Doma knows peace in our time, I should like to see it with my own eyes. Perhaps partake of those hot springs Homai tells me of as well. Efemi? Doctor has entrusted me with the remainder of her responsibilities in her absence. Should you require aught, pray do not hesitate to ask. How you doing, Higiri? Greetings, Shent. What brings you to the toll this eve? What? You're for Doma? Heavens, you scions have shown us naught but kindness, but never in my wildest dreams did I imagine you would fight for our homeland. For 25 years we suffered under their tyranny, and then we spied an opportunity. The Emperor dead, Garlemald in chaos. It seemed the time was ripe. Beneath our Lord's banner we gathered and fought to reclaim our nation. But when Xenos arrived with the 12th Legion, it was over in an instant. Naught would bring me greater joy than to join you on your journey. However, Lady Yagiri made it clear that we were to remain here and safeguard the community we have built. Hosen? What is it, my friend? You look as though you have something to ask. That you would go join Yagiri and Gosetsu in the fight fills me with such joy. Ah, forgive my exuberance. You require information, yes? We of the Nage clan have served Doma faithfully for generations. My ancestors held positions within Doma Castle even. Now it is home to the Imperial Viceroy's witch and her host of men in Magitech. Okay, to think that what was once the shining symbol of our heritage and the seat of dear Lord Kyan has become a den for Garlean dogs. Alright, please. Where you be? Ah, there you are. Learning anything interesting. The elder domans I spoke with tried to teach me all of the Far Eastern customs and the importance of formality and politeness. I'd like to think Eorzeans can be just as stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially Asgardians. But anyway, do you know they eat with sticks? It wasn't all that hard, actually. Or at least that's what I thought until they told me I was holding them wrong. And then when I spoke with the younger domans, they just rolled their eyes and told me it was all a load of stupid old... Wow, what you learned sounds a lot more useful. Unless someone invites us to dinner, of course. I hope they do. That would be nice, I suppose. There we go. Aiming, healing, cast. Oh yeah, these are definitely not better than what I have. Yeah, my antiquated duelist breeches are much better. At least thinks it's time to return to Limsa. Right, no point waiting around here, is there? We should head back to Limsa Liminsa. Alphen is set to meet at the ferry docks, I think. Hmm. Actually, before I go, now that I think about it, I'm gonna repair all my stuff, and I'm going to. I was gonna say I was gonna try to make. Blah. Words. Words and things. There you go. Make glamour. My gosh. While we're here, I am going to put on. There it is. I need glamour prisms. No. I do think I have the money for that. And by money, I mean seals. I'm fairly certain I have the seals for it anyway. I hope I do. I should have counted to see how many seals I needed for it, though. Oh well. Should be fine. Quartermaster, right? Or might be there. Don't need venture. Can I just spend regular money on prism shards? That'd be nice if I could. Oh, there we go. Glamour. Prisms. Let's go for 10. Yes. Okay. Good. 10 should do, I think.
Children of the land, do you hear echoes of truths that once rang clear? Two souls intertwined, one true love they did find, bringing light and heaven's near. But flames that burn full bright soon fell dark. Memories dimmed by shadowed hearts.
I might actually need more.
Waxing gloom did wane the lover's moon, watching
I didn't know about the Scion stuff there. Oh no. Okay, I think we're fine. Okay. Good, 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 good. That'll do, that'll do, that'll do. Uh, I'm happy to add those. I won't worry about actually making any more glamour itself for the moment. We'll come back again and see what we can mix and match and make look nice. Potentially. Meh. I'm not the most fashion conscious, unfortunately. Okay, let me go to lower docks. The Misery is the finest ship ever to sail the Rotana, and I'll not hear any man say otherwise. Tataru. A surfeit of sumptuous foods, wondrous sundries, plenty of clean undergarments. Yes, I do believe we have everything we need for a lengthy voyage. Best view. Boom. Bye-bye. It's times like this that I'm glad we got Tataru taking care of business. An army marches on its stomach. Tataru took that lesson to heart. You have returned, Shent. I trust you learned much from our Domin friends and Revenants told. I'm eager to hear all, though that can wait until we have left port. We'll have time enough to talk on our journey to Kugane. Our spice-trading friends have completed their preparations. Assuming you have completed yours, you may inform the deckhand that we are ready to depart. Let's get this boat underway. All set, lad. I'll see you to the ship, if so. Board the Misery? Yep. Here we go. Oh, the Misery. You're on, Jay?
12 be praised.
Oh.
Full sure was I that I had come too late.
What is it?
Urianger, tell me you haven't come all this way just to see us off.
Nay, my lady. Ere you quit these shores for eastern climes, I wished to share some words of seeming import. Look ye where the sun doth rise. See crimson embers, darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall. See azure lost amidst the squall.
Well, that sounds suitably foreboding. Another one of your prophecies, I presume?
Of far eastern origin, aye. It is mine earnest hope that this ancient wisdom may serve to guide you on your journey. For what dangers lie in wait for you upon those distant shores are yet beyond my knowing.
A parting gift befitting your roundabout ways. Thank you.
I have more than words for you, my lady.
Oh, that is pretty nice.
It's beautiful. Is it for me?
Though undeniably powerful, your ethereal blade taxeth you greatly in the wielding. Not so this rapier, which shall serve you just as well against all but the most formidable foe.
Impressive. It feels as though it's attuned to my ether. I shall treasure it.
Honored guests, say your farewells, for the moment of our parting draws nigh. A fair wind blows, and I mean to follow it.
It would seem our ship is set to sail. Pray give my regards to Thancred and the others. And take care.
That's true. What happened to Thancred? What's he been doing? Now that I think about it, what has Thancred been doing again? Huh. We're off to Doma. Map. Yeah, this is a long ass journey. Is Doma this one here?
A fine day, is it not? Fair winds and following seas. The Misery is enjoying herself. Nevertheless, it would not do for you to spend the entirety of our voyage above deck. Let me show you to your quarters.
So what's gonna go? Yep, there it is.
Ah, is it supposed to do that?
Not under normal circumstances.
Garleans.
Captain! You needed on deck!
Or Shahagan.
Something queer's afoot. The winds died down, the waters went still, and all of a sudden, we were dragged off course.
Dragged? By what?
Can't rightly say, sir. But some of the lads are muttering about seeing things in the water. Things that shouldn't be there.
Oh, for the love of... If you will excuse me a moment. Actually, might I persuade you to join me? Loath though I am to admit it, I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, me too. Let's go. Oh, wonderful. Is it raining? Snowing? What is this? Wind. Oh. I don't see anything, but doesn't look like there's anyone else I could talk to besides the deckhand. This ain't right. This ain't right at all. What do you say, sir? Odd. Most odd. Well, do you have any idea what's going on? No. As the man said, despite the absence of wind and current, the Misery is somehow being pulled off course. Well, why not fire up the cerulean engines and you have hidden below? An excellent suggestion based on knowledge you should not have. Alas, our engines appear to be malfunctioning for reasons that escape my engineers at present. I'm telling you, Captain, it's them things the lad saw. Things? I don't suppose I can convince you to attempt something more descriptive. An adjective, for example. Seawolf superstitions and fairy tales, not more. But if you must know, the things which he is so reticent to name are the souls of deceased women said to lure sailors to their deaths. Sirens? Preposterous! Yes, indeed. If it is neither the sea nor the weather which is responsible, then it is probably a predatory entity of some sort. Perhaps a siren or some such. For all we know, it could be a fellow spice trader employing magics to seize and plunder passing vessels. Regardless, we have but one recourse. To let the currents take us where it will and deal with whatever we find there. What a thoroughly pragmatic suggestion. Oh, I'm beginning to like you, girl. Once we arrive at our destination, my crew will remain with the ship to defend it, while we venture forth to deal with the cause of our troubles. I got it. Wahaha. Then it is settled. I know not what awaits us, but it will rue the day it reeled us in. We'll see. Oh. Siren Song C is now accessible. Good to know. Dungeon? Question mark? Yes, it is. Alright. Our first Stormblood dungeon. Hooray. There's actually not much I can do at the moment. I'm gonna see if I got any titles. Any new titles, anyway. Give change, all thoughts, dragon song, wins the wings of time, surrender of souls, finest pupil's ally, fate walker of the holy body, Gigi's best friend, the red. Sure. Shinta better the red. Oh. I guess I can talk to my friends. I'm not saying that I believe beyond a shadow of a doubt the vengeful spirits are plotting our demise at this very moment. I'm just saying we cannot discount the possibilities. Fire one Alizé, was it? It's a pity she holds our profession in such disdain. She would make an excellent pirate. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I am calm and collected as ever. Carry on. I'll make sure Tataru stays below deck until we know it's safe. Where is Tataru? Alphino was terrified of ghost stories as a child. I'm glad to see that some things never change. Oh, I can go down the gangplank? Cool, okay. That's where Tataru's gonna be. Again, while I wait, I can chat with her. Oh, that was going to Limbs of Laminsa. Oops. We're fine. It's fine. We don't need to be here anyway. I don't know what to do, though. There's not really any kind of side quests that I know of that I can really, like, do. I guess I could go to... I could go to the Gold Saucer, I suppose? As long as we're waiting for a party. It shouldn't be too long. It says the average wait is about 8 minutes. That's not too bad. I could do the mini cracked pot. Alright, what are we looking for? 24 will give us 3,000. 6 will give us that. And we already have 8, at least scenes, so that's nice. Alright, what can we work with here? 8, 11. With that, maybe we can get... I mean, it's always a profit. It's just whether or not we manage to get a decent one or not. Alright, so we're still aiming for 6, so boop. No. Wonderful, okay. But... if 1's here, we got 6 and we'll get 10,000. So 1. Another 72. Dang it. Yeah, one more time. Come on. Our third and final one. Okay. Better than the last two, at least. Alright. Cool. Again, better than what I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Let's go play some easy games. I forget the claw machine. Is it decent? Oh, was this one any better? Weak. Bruising. Okay, that gave me 10. Brutal. Punishing. Weak. Brutal. Commence! Come on, Tanky, let's go. There we go, my gosh. Here we go. Question mark, question mark, question mark. The Siren Song C. Not Shahagan. Jellyfish monsters? Watch out, there's more of them. Oh no, I'm in the middle. I'm gonna get up here. I have the high ground. Oh, they're banshees. I'm just now reading what their names are. No one lays a hand on the misery. Island dead ahead! Brace for impact! Seems we were right. Go on and greet our host. The rest of us will patch up the ship. Reflection of Carlabas? Luga? Luga? the heck is that? The Whipjacks. $45? Eh. I'll need that. The governor. Oh, what is this? What is this? Hi. 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 Whoa. Oh. Cool. Ramble with me all through the night. Hooray! Aha! No, I didn't get the music. Dang it. Oh well. Mayhap another time. But that time is not now.
That appears to be the last of them. Word from the Misery. Repairs are complete, and we may resume our journey without further delay.
I swear, if I never hear another ghost story, it will be too soon.
Oh yeah, that was not Dome of the... Yeah, this is a long-ass journey.
I remember the sea, the smell of the salt, and the crash of the waves as we drew closer to Kugana. The only port open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Othard, from Dome.
I feel I may be a little inconspicuous.
All the peoples of the world, all in one place.
Or conspicuous.
I wish you could have seen it.
Thanks again for saving us from certain death at the hands of Lorelei. And whatnot. We'll not soon forget it. By the 12, I have never been happier to be back on terra firma. Our voyage was instilled in me a new appreciation for surfaces which do not move of their own accord. Strange. Is it just me, or is the ground swaying? I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. It's very colorful, is it not? It is pretty, my gosh. This is just one of the smaller cities, too. Smaller towns. Cool. Congratulations, you now stand in Kugane, the western port of Hingashi. I'm glad to believe the only port in this nation open to foreign trade. Oh, and I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties which befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. Incidentally speaking. Despite traveling halfway around the world, Afno is in no mood to take in the sights. Glad though I am to have arrived, I would remind you all that we are far from home with limited resources at our disposal. Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself. In any event, Doma is our final destination, and our first order of business should be to secure passage there. Captain Carvelane. I realize our pledge only takes us as far as Kugane, and I have no desire to change the terms of our agreement. I should, however, be interested to know how you would go about reaching Othard, were you in our position. At the risk of stating the obvious, you are in a port. Surely there is a kind and generous soul here who will aid you for the right price. You cannot be the first traveler seeking passage to Doma. Captain makes a good point. 'Tis like that Yugiri and Gosetsu were forced to come here for the self-same reasons we were. They must have found a way to Othard, assuming they are not still in the city. I always seek passage. Mayhap we should first seek our friends. Leave it to me, Alphino. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty. Lest you forget, I got plenty of practice in Ishgard. Captain Carvelane, could you direct us to the nearest tavern? Desperate for a drink, are we? You may find one in that large building just beyond the pier. Whether your journeys have come to an end or are about to begin, The Shiokaze Hostelry is an ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect, or so they say. And with that, my dear scions, I bid you farewell. As soon as we have replenished our supplies, we must away. Ours was ever a fast-moving business. The spice trade, you mean? But of course, surely you do not think I traveled halfway around the world and delivered you to your destination solely out of the kindness of my heart? Perish the thought. Thank you, Captain. May the Navigator watch over and keep you. Right then, to the hostelry. Or the hostelry. After you!
By the 12th. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
Well, that was quick.
And you are...
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugani and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kugane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
My, such naked suspicion. I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I beg your pardon? If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
Oh dear, have I offended you? Once again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing. Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more.
If I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government. Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
To paraphrase, Kugani is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
I don't trust him one bit, and neither should you. I dare say Alphino has met his match. So there are Imperialist spies everywhere. Great. Just great. Forgive me, the mere mention of the East Eldenard Trading Company is enough to... I'm fine. Truly, you don't need to worry. You must be sent better. Slayer of gods, rider of dragons, savior of Ishgard, stealer of pants. If some of the more puzzling rumors are to be believed. Did I steal pants? Then I just nod as a yeah. I knew it. May I say what an honor and a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance, good sir. I just know you and I are going to get along famously. Now then, without further ado, allow me to escort you to the company offices. This being your first visit to our fair city, I shall make an effort to point out various landmarks along the way, if you would be so good as to follow me. Before we begin, I must attune. Just a second, just a second. Say, what is that I smell wafting from yonder tea house? Could it be? Yes, could it just possibly be the scent of whispering secrets waiting to be overheard? Even the Aetherites look different here. True. I note that our would-be host has elected to dress in a local fashion. I do not like the cut of that man's jib. Not one bit. Everyone, if I could have your attention, please. You are now standing in Tenkanto. Loosely translated, the name means Spire of Drifting Souls, which, as some of you may have deduced, makes reference to the Aetherite, which stands over yonder. The design is remarkably different from those of Sharlayan, yet I trust its function is identical. A diplomat and a scholar. Well, wonders never cease. Far Eastern Aetherite technologies have long and storied tradition. I assure you, this particular example is constructed by the Onishishu, a collective of skilled craftsmen who guard their ancestral techniques with the utmost secrecy. In short, you'll find it no less reliable than its Western counterparts. Attune, if you like. I can get a bracelet where the streets are paved with Coben. Beautiful though it may be, we cannot spend all day staring at the Aetherite. Come, come, let us move along. The markets are next. Okay, I'm gonna go north instead and attune to more aetheryte. Be still, my heart. Look at all these garish designs. Not fond of subtlety, are they? What? Is that a theater over there? Oh, also. No sign of Gosetsu or Yagiri here. Not that I expected to stumble across them just like that. That would have been nice. Well, I would expect no less of a bustling port. We have arrived at the largest shopping district in Kugane. Kugane Dori. Oh. Kugane, as the art atlas unaware, is an ancient Hingan word for gold, so it is this prosperous port where golden fortunes are made. Less fortunes, or Kogan, are earned by the local merchants, not quite logical once you learn the language. Hehehe, now you're beginning to speak my language. Oh ho, a kindred spirit. What a pleasure it is to meet a young lady who appreciates the value of hard-won coin. Hancock of the East, Aldenard Trading Company. You're with clients today? Why, if it isn't Master Keiten, pray allow me to introduce you to my esteemed guests, but recently come from distant Eorzea. This kind and generous soul supervises all transactions here in Kugane Dori. Your sincerity is ever appreciated. As he says, I'm Keiten of the Hakuchi clan. It is my honor to serve as overseer of these markets. As we receive many foreign visitors in Kugane, we accept all manner of currencies. Rest assured, your Eorzean Gil are welcome here. I invite you to peruse our wares at your leisure. Nice. Good, good shopping. Arms, armor, foodstuffs, potables. Here you will find all of them and more. Oh, thank you for the follow, DeHolo. Your energy and content are top notch. Keep it maintained. I would love to be a fan. If you don't mind, kindly add me on Discord. Don't really use Discord that much. Otherwise, I might. Battlecraft accessories? Oh, earrings and all. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna have anything that I need here just from the stores. Mainly, what I want is clothing. That can match the area a bit, you know? Okay. Yep, the gear here is better. Cool. Alright. And honestly, mainly, I'm just doing this to look a bit more in the part, you know? Does this make me look more of the part? Maybe a little bit? There. Let's also change my title a bit. Ah, sure. Survivor of the song. I guess I didn't check arms. If the armor is alright for now, then maybe the weapons are as well. I should at least check, right? I would like some more casual clothes as well, but you know what? This will do. Don't think I haven't memorized every detail of that street. There's at least half a dozen shops that will soon be enjoying my custom. The district up ahead has a different air about it. We're actually quite far from the docks now, aren't we? This place is bigger than I thought. Where to next, I wonder? For me, I want this Aethernet shard. Oh. Whoops. And airship landing is now available from here. Woo! If we may pause here for a moment. This road leads to the Ijingai, the district in which Ijin, or foreigners, are permitted to reside. Oh. Will this also be where the foreign emissaries are found, including that of a certain empire? Precisely. So you see, it would not be at all unusual to cross paths with one of I can't speak or read now. So you see, it would not be at all unusual to cross paths with one of our Garlean cousins here. With this in mind, I would encourage you to choose your words carefully. We do not want any physical altercations, after all, such spots being strictly forbidden. The Sekishigumi punish breaches of the peace quite severely. I have seen foreigners permanently exiled for a single violation, though to be fair, this is not common. More often than not, they are executed on the spot. Wait, cut down then and there? You're joking, right? Would that I were, but alas, these samurai are a humorless lot. I recall one instance where a foreign merchant in his cups dared lay hands upon a Hingan aristocrat in front of the Sekisegumi. The samurai cut him in half with a single stroke. Ugh, I don't even want to think about that. So as you see, it would behoove you to behave. Failing that, you may be forced to part ways with one another, or you with yourselves, in the manner of the Telegi Adalegi. Oh, how I amuse myself. But we must carry on. I have yet to show you the Garlean consulate. Compared to the Hingan architecture, this seems drab and uninspired. Or mayhap I am simply had my fill of Garlean aesthetics such as they are. Danger, excitement, intrigue. Oh my. Some might call it unwise to loiter outside the gates of a hostile empire's consulate. So that building's full of Garleans. This, as you may have surmised, is the consulate of you-know-who. Mark the guards at the gate. Are their uniforms not different from those you have seen in the West? Were you to travel far and wide, you would find that many such variations exist, often inspired by local designs, all of which goes to show that even a massive empire seeks to rule all of creation is not without its artisans. Hancock seems quite pleased with himself. There's oh so much more I could speak of. The soothing waters of the onsen, the ephemeral delights of the pleasure district, but you're doubtless still weary from your long sea voyage. Let us retire to the company offices. Did I do this one? I don't remember doing this Aethernet shard. I guess I did. Again, I just don't remember it. Meh. Oh well. There's no denying that this place was built for an Aldan. Even though this feels just as out of place as the Garlean consulate, it's a lot more comforting. Ah, the unmistakable scent of wealth and power. Lady. I dare say we could travel to Mercidio or the New World and find a man like Hancock waiting for us. At long last, we arrived at our destination. I present to you our humble offices. We have much to discuss, so I will refrain from further prattle. Come, come, right this way. Oh.
Our thaumaturges took great pains to ward these walls against all manner of surveillance. Where business dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on confidentiality. You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit. Come and go as you like, and know that you may speak freely here.
Your offer is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden to you or your master.
A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify then. The chairman bids you consider this as an expression of his heartfelt contrition for the bloody banquet and the unpleasantness which followed. Never having been one to put stock in words alone, the chairman deems the provision of material aid to be a more appropriate demonstration of his sincerity. By sheer coincidence, your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front.
How could... I will not bother to offer a denial. You have the right of it. To be specific, we are come in search of our Far Eastern allies, Yugiri and Gosetsu, whom we hope to assist in their fight.
The Aori Shinobi and the Rugadan Samurai? Then you will be pleased to know that they have both come to Kugani.
Are you sure?
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficulties securing passage across the Ruby Sea.
The Ruby Sea? Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Forgive me. This calls for a map.
I'll bring out the map.
We are here in Kugani, the sole open port of Hingashi, situated on her western coast. Doma, meanwhile, is here on the eastern coast of Othard in Yansha. Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea. Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy. Said maritime collective is known for the consummate skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby Tithe. In exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those who travel within its territory. Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea, and thus did they turn a blind eye to the activities of the Confederacy. The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire. Bowing to this pressure, Hingashi severed ties with these toll-takers and forbade the payment of the Ruby Tithe, prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
No wonder they struggled to secure passage to Doma. What captain would risk such a journey given the circumstances?
I'm told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will need to cross the sea in any case, and we may learn something of their whereabouts in the process. And should we find that they are still in Kagane, we can make the journey together.
In that case, I have some information which may be of use to you. No quid pro quo, I assure you. The chairman was most insistent that I aid you to the best of my ability.
I'm not sure how I imagined our time in the Far East unfolding, but it didn't involve Uldans. Especially not these Uldans. Still, whatever works, right? He was not exaggerating when he spoke of their ward's efficacy. Whoever wove them did so with consummate skill. Oh, this place takes me back. It reminds me of the workshop of an Uldan lapidary I once served. I must confess, I am an avid collector of all things Far Eastern. See for yourself, I insist. I don't know. Alright, what do you think, Alphino? Though I'm reluctant to take any action whatsoever that could be construed as placing ourselves in Lord Lodorito's debt, we must avail ourselves of what means are available. Our Almegan allies place their faith in us, and I do not intend to disappoint them. Mystery. Afna is a man with a plan. It would seem inefficient for us all to venture out together in search of information on Yagir and Gosetsu's whereabouts. Agreed. Agreed. We need to cast our net wider, split up and pursue all available avenues of inquiry. But to coordinate our efforts efficiently, we'll need to establish a working base of operations here. Indeed. Tatru would be best suited to the task of organizing our supplies and procuring new ones. While she attends to that, we four can begin our search by questioning the individuals Hancock identified. Alize and I will take those in the southern district of the city, and the two of you can take those in the north. In anticipation of just such an eventuality, I took the liberties of preparing some few sketches of Yagir and Gosetsu during our voyage. Wow. You stole and warned me that you were a bit of an artist, but these are great. They'll definitely come in handy. Looks like it's you and me, Shent. Let's step outside and talk about where to start. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Oh. Wow, Afino's sketches are so... I don't know how to put it, but they're very... Well, see for yourself. You may view Afino's sketch at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the key items menu. A surprisingly accurate depiction of Yagir and Gosetsu, once again suggesting that Afino may have mistaken his life's calling. It looks more like them than they do. Honestly, he could make a living doing this. Ah, sorry. No time for distractions. Why don't we start by visiting Karaku at the... something? Onsen? Onsen? Onsen! That was it! Okay. Let's go! All in the world is now opened. I dream of Shirogan? Do want to check this out. The friend is trying to get your attention. Fine. Ah, Mr. Ijin, a moment if you would. There's a favor I would ask of you. You see, word has it that the Lord Bugyo of Kugane has established a new residential district especially for foreigners. Having long dreamed of a home to call my own, I couldn't help but find myself wanting to know more. I like very much to see the district for myself, but as I am not a foreigner, I fear I would be turned back before all and sundry. The embarrassment would be too much to bear. And so I turn to you, Mr. Ijin. I would be most obliged for you to go to the residential district, Shirogane, and make inquiries in my stead. I'm given to understand a representative of the Bugyo is presently at the docks. If you speak with him, he should be able to tell you more. Oh, I cannot wait to hear what manner of place it is. You're welcome, my foreign friend. How may this humble servant of the Lord Bugyo assist you? Ah, so you're interested in Shirogane. It would be my pleasure to tell you about the district. Ever since Kugane opened its arms to the world, the number of visitors continues to grow. Among those who come, no few remain here for extended periods. Such lodgings are available in the city no longer suffice to meet demand. In order to address the accommodation shortage, Lord Bugyo has established a residential district upon the nearby Isle of Shirogan. Plots of land on the isle are being released exclusively to foreigners who may build houses upon them as they see fit. A tidy solution, I'm sure you will agree. If you wish to learn more, I invite you to take this boat to Shirogane. There you may speak with a district official and inspect the isle at your leisure. Down to want to initiate the quest? Sure. Oh, fun. I don't even have half that. For a medium? I'm gonna assume small, medium, and large. How much for a large home? Now I just want to see what the most expensive plot of land there is. I'm assuming it's large, and it looks like all the large plots are just taken. Money, 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 huh? Oh, there is one. Oh, wait, no. No, that's over there. No. I guess go to the first ward. I'm just trying to friggin' complete this now. Yeah, the funds, but not whether you do as an individual or group. If you wish to know about the process, it might have an interest, but it would be great to spread the word. Ah, there's some Ethernet shards here. I'll hit those up. did you learn? I learned this. Oh my, it sounds like a truly lovely place. Yes, I do believe I would enjoy it there. Your vivid description has quite convinced me. Locals are barred from purchasing land as no object. I need but find myself a foreign husband. Cool. I can go there whenever I want now. Hooray! Alright. I'm gonna get up here, and then I think I'll call it. But I need to get ready to go to work. But, yeah! Good stuff, good stuff. Thank y'all very much for stopping by and chatting and following. I appreciate it, everyone. Thank you, Vanilla, and Carrie, there we go. Thank you very much for both of you chatting with me. I appreciate it. And thank you very much, Dehalal, for following. Thank you very much. So we'll talk to them and we'll continue on with this tomorrow. So until then, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your evening, whichever it may be, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.